Welcome back to Blacklisted News and Reviews, your source of biased media. I'm Goma.
Morty.
I'm Blacky.
Blorty?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so
Who's our last guest?
hang on. So after talking with HR for a bit, they explained to me that we either had to hire a Jew or a woman.
I'm a woman, not a Jew, so here I am.
Wow.
Yes. So we have our diversity hire this time.
So again,
I'm literally a fur fag, so feel free to roast me.
So who is our last guest?
Oh.
If you could give us a quick introduction. Just.
I'm a fur fag named Notebook. I'm a woman,
Whoa.
and I'm also queer apparently. So
Alrighty.
I'm the big diversity hire.
Big diversity.
Checking off all the boxes today.
We have.
Yeah.
We
The
have
only
a
problem
whole
is I'm
muzzy.
white.
We have a whole muzzy for that one.
Well, I'm white, so
Yeah, but Morty
Well,
sure
you know,
isn't.
Muslims don't have the diversity power they used to. And now it's all about
I
the
can't
China.
check all the boxes. Just
Now
a lot.
it's all about the fucking Chinese.
Oh boy.
But I will be damned if I let a fucking chink on this channel.
I mean, seeing as HR stands for human relations, I think they'd be a bit more considerate when it comes to, Chinese during this pandemic.
Chinese aren't humans. It doesn't apply
Interesting
to them.
take.
All right, so let's start with child murder, our favorite.
Yes.
Oh boy,
Except it's not murder in this case.
it's not murder. It's negligence, and also he's
spoiling.
kind of.
Spoiling.
Okay, relax. Let's have our new guest read the headline here.
Okay, let me open the link. I haven't done that yet.
Ah.
It's all right. They're just an intern. Don't worry about it.
Child eats parents' entire stash of edible marijuana in Richmond Heights,
Wait, isn't Richmond in Vancouver?
Montana.
Oh, never mind. Fuck, I've
This is a
Yeah.
short article.
been having fucking
Dude, this is mostly a video.
I've been having fucking nightmares about Vancouver at this point.
Oh, that's fine. We can watch the video.
Everything happens in Vancouver. Death in Vancouver, drugs in Vancouver, gangs in Vancouver, racism in Vancouver. It's all there, man.
Vancouver is the LA of Canada.
It's good to note that the child is recovering after eating the edibles that were left on the table by the parents. The paramedics do say that the child's heart rate became dangerously elevated,
Dangerously elevated.
but unfortunately the child did not die.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to
so-
this video either. This video is fucking short. But essentially,
Oh, cool.
parents are some dipshits. They leave fucking edibles, of all things, out on a table when they know they have a child in the house. A
And
child
considering that
presumably young enough to not know the difference.
considering the kid mistook it for regular candy, I'm assuming that they used candy molds for this, and this is just tempting fate. I hope that they get child endangerment charges
It says here
completely.
they are facing charges of child endangerment.
They better be convicted.
I
I
don't
got a
understand what the thought
fucking
process was. Why'd they just leave him out?
Because they're
I got a
morons.
fucking ad that's longer than video itself. What the fuck is this?
It's called
All right,
capitalism. It's new. It might be a new experience for you, given you come from a literal desert. But
Well, since
it's
there's
how
not
they
as
do it in
much-
the developed world.
There's not as much to that article as I thought. We can move on to the zoo files.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
boy, my favorite.
I just want to say, if you're going to go through the process of either buying or making these yourself, have a little bit more care. Also,
Yeah,
Richmond,
absolutely.
man, just change your name, Richmond. I don't want you to be associated with Vancouver. Fucking scary.
I'm
On
still
another,
waiting for the hand thief.
The hand thief. Oof.
on a tangentially related topic, I've been seeing a lot of yuppies going out with their kids biking and skating without even so much as a mask. While we're in pandemic,
Good old
kinda
child
more-
endangerment and neglect.
Speaking of that, the other day I saw some people walking into Walmart. A couple, a dude and his pregnant wife. They had no masks, no gloves, nothing, and they just walked straight into the Walmart.
And
Not
that
a
child
care
is
in the
either
fucking
going to
world.
be dead, he's either going to be stillborn, he's going to be the strongest goddamn kid to ever live, isn't it?
I mean, they go to Walmart. They've already been fucking exposed to every disease there out there.
You know what
Morty,
they say?
do
Like,
you even have a Walmart in your country?
STDs especially.
they don't
what
have
we
walls in this
have-
country.
We have an equivalent. Hugh.
Hugh?
His Wi-Fi is acting up. Gotta
What's wait? You said your equivalent's Hugh?
scare off the crow that's on the landline now.
Like Hugh? Like fucking Brazilian laughter, dude?
Man, Morty, your country is so far behind. I think they still have blockbusters there.
Damn.
Oh fuck!
You didn't have to do them like that. Shit. Oh my
God damn.
Now I'm missing Blockbuster.
Man. But yeah, with the pregnant woman, that's a sink or swim scenario if I've ever seen one.
Oof.
It's
All right,
mostly
let's-
kids under 5 for some reason.
I mean, because they can't really like resist. Like the kid doesn't know any better, and even if like they
Well, yeah, that's
they
why it's
wanted
the
to wear a
parents.
mask, like the parent has pretty full dominion over him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's their responsibility to keep their kids safe no matter how young they are, because I bet most of them are having the mentality, oh, my kid's young. If I get coronavirus, he'll just live. It's fucking whatever. But
Yeah,
no, that's
sure.
not even the point, because of course they get bad symptoms. They could probably choke on their own lung fluid, but
Why would
they
you
could also
ever
pass them to
knowingly
their
expose your
grandparents.
child to a disease?
Retardation.
Like outside of something like chickenpox, where it's much better to get it early on, and it goes away and it's not that bad.
I want to
I
say
mean-
no because of shingles.
I mean, we do live in a world where anti-vaxxers exist.
This is true.
That is true.
And
And they just believe get the disease and then you'll get stronger, which is not true.
So, opening up the next article, which would be the
I rant
zoo,
aside.
the zoo sadism. We start with a form, and the very first thing you see on it is a little vote,
Cool.
and it's asking if you really had to, who would you have sex with? A dead cat, a dead dog, a dead tarantula, or dark side Phil?
Wait, is that the right one? Did I open up?
Uh,
the
zoo-
wrong one?
This is the Kiwi Farm.
Sadism.
Sadism, Mega Thread. Isn't that
Yeah,
the
the
one
Mega
after the Carol
Yes.
the Wolf one?
Isn't that
The Care of the Wolf one is just a bunch of links.
I mean, we can still talk about it. So let's just go in reverse order here. So
All right.
I think I would take. Ooh, this is tough for me, honestly.
I mean,
What are you thinking, Blacky?
if I absolutely was like put a gun to my head and told to fuck one of these four, I would probably just chop my genitalia off because fuck you.
I mean, it
Damn.
depends on how long they've been dead for.
I would choose Darkside Phil, and then I'd grab a strap on and tell him to bend over.
Oof, oof.
I was about to say, have you seen that man?
Shit. Have you? Let me get a quick picture of Darkside Phil for all the people.
He's the dude who jacked off on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who he is then.
There's several people who've jacked off on Twitch.
Just want to get a picture for the viewers here. So I put it in there.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't that the one that did a stream while his wife was like gathering shit to leave him behind, like in the background?
That
Perhaps.
could be anyone.
That sounds like a lot of streamers.
That's the same guy. I recognize the fucking background. That's the same background. His wife
Oh
literally
god.
was fucking gathering shit because she was divorcing him.
Okay, so to get back on topic, if you go to that, if you were in the same thread and we scroll down, this is a pretty fucking harrowing image to look at.
I love the first one here. If the only purpose for registering an account here is to inform users that you have contacted the authorities in your country, that you have gone to the UN, or that you have been to an embassy to inform on someone you kind of sort of think may have abused a dog, don't bother, please.
And then
Well, it's
followed
just
immediately
virtue
underneath
signaling.
is a very unsavory image. One that I'm going to
Yes.
choose to not include here because I don't feel like censoring out the sex toys in the bottom right, and I don't think.
I mean,
you should have to see this if you don't want to, because
It's
it implies a lot more than you can
It's a
see.
fucking dog staring. It's a fucking dog staring. It's a bunch of
Yeah, but the
dildos.
thing is,
There, I
it's
said-
not a still image. This is part of a fucking 3.5-minute MP4. And
Yep.
Well, you know, you don't really have to censor anything out because no one fucking watches this shit.
fair point. That being said, I'll post the link, so if you want to see the image, you can feel free for yourself, but rather not torture you with
Yeah,
the
it's the first
implications of what's
image.
going on here.
But yes,
so let's
probably
just
not good
give a
for
general
you to
talk
take us
about
down.
animal abuse
So,
and all this fucking shit.
Okay, before that, can somebody explain to me more in depth about this zoo sadism thread?
What do you mean?
The Zoo Sadism threads, it's a leak that happened around, I want to say 2017 or 2018, that outed several fur fags as fucking beasters, and having visited the beast forums and some disgusting Skype and Telegram groups where they share zoo porn that they made themselves.
Basically,
Yeah.
this faggot called Carol the Wolf and some of his buddies went and got a puppy, shoved some sticks up its ass, and just molested it.
Also known as Joshua Hoffman in PA.
So, this
make no
this
mistake-
news about this news about the investigation against Kiro being dropped is a bad thing, right?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It was dropped because of the statute of limitations, I believe.
It says here lack of evidence and lack of cooperation from his parents. Essentially, they ran into some complications and were unable to really proceed with the case. But there's some pretty compelling evidence that well, is pretty illegal to even have. Nonetheless, fucking
Yeah.
show any of you. But
Just
some
having
pretty
it on your computer is enough for the FBI to look into you.
yeah, so it's not going to be in
yeah.
the video. It's not going to be in the links. You can
Unless
read
you
through the
live in
threads
DC or Hawaii.
if you want. But yeah, some pretty disturbing imagery of him sexually abusing his dogs.
Apparently, Kiro the Wolf or whatever is coming back to YouTube or some shit. I don't know what's
He's
going
coming
on
back to YouTube. He's got a
Yep.
Patreon from what I saw. It's fucking
Sometime
ridiculous.
in late April.
I reported his Patreon, and I just don't understand how people can just defend this fucking absolute abomination of a human being.
Well,
They don't want to
you
look at the evidence.
in order to understand that logic, that's why we're here, to scroll down through this form.
Look, you really can't understand? I mean, with all the fucked up shit in the world, this is like what you can't understand.
Yep.
Scroll down here.
And I quite enjoy that the crux of when I stopped watching what's his fucking face, PK Russell. He's listed here as some defense video some faggot made.
Oh,
And
There's
yes,
a great
he
comment.
tries to defend him for some fucking goddamn
Yeah,
reason.
I think what you're saying here, Blacky, is you're trying to see how there's any like defense for this, and essentially what I'm saying is there's no defense for this, but there's an attempt to distance zoophiles from zoo sadists.
I love this comment right here. A zoophile saying, "Well, those guys are the bad zoophiles," is going to get looked at like a crazy, disgusting person by everyone else, and whatever is in their message is likely to be ignored, even if they have good or useful.
It's like
info.
essentially, oh yeah, I might fuck kids, but I don't fuck kids and kill them or anything. Like, jeez, dude.
It's like a guy. It's like having two Mortys. One of them says, "Oh, I only fuck them when they're 12 and 6," and then the other one saying, "I fuck them when they're out of the womb." I probably shouldn't be saying this out loud.
But yeah, like you're on a spectrum right now, but just because you're not at the extreme end doesn't really make your case any better.
Hold on, you're saying that fucking a child at 12 isn't in the extreme end? Wow.
That's like going up to a man. One guy shoots him in the gut, the other shoots him in the face.
But yeah, it says here, zoo sadists get off on intentionally inflicting injury and don't bother attempting to justify themselves with the whole lovey-dovey consent spiel. There's not many of them around compared to your bog standard dog fucker.
I mean, isn't that just a psychopathy with a little added flair and perversion?
It's psychopathy, plus, animal abuse is a hallmark trait, one of the trio for arson. Bedwetting.
You're talking about the dark triad, aren't you?
Yeah, and what is it? Bedwetting, animal abuse, and
arson.
But there's something. I think it's parental neglect, and that is essentially the foundation for arson, which is a pretty fucked up crime. It's arson doesn't sound that bad until you realize that you're completely distancing yourself from the repercussions of your actions just to watch something fucking burn and suffer. And here we are with complete animal abuse, literally raping and injuring dogs. Yeah, little fucking messed up in it.
I mean, if you can't get pussy in any other way.
Damn. I understand in your country. Right. I understand in your country, goats are a little bit more intelligent than the average population. But in other places, the animals are not as intelligent. So it's not really
honestly,
consent.
I think we've covered enough of this zoophile shit. We don't need the entirety of half a video to cover. Degenerates should not fuck animals.
Degenerates should not fuck animals. That is, amen.
If you're listening to this, go report Caro and tell him he should kill himself because he's a degenerate waste of life. Thank you.
Amen. Alrighty.
Hey, aren't you a fag yourself?
Yes, I don't fuck dogs. There's a difference between
being a fur fag and being an actual zoophile. Just like you would know, Morty. You're a lolicon, but you're not a child rapist.
Supposedly.
At least officially.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's if it's consensual, it doesn't count as a child rape.
Oh my god. Yeah, I give my dog to consent that I don't have.
We're gonna move on.
Peanut butter and fucking candy aside. BBC trending: coronavirus. 7 types of people who start and spread viral misinformation.
But there's only
you mean
4
the mass media?
There's only 4 people in this.
No, there's only 4 people in this voice chat.
Oh. We're not spreading misinformation. Alright. So, I don't know what's going on here with that. There's literally a list of archetypes of people here. So one of them appears to be the Joker. The big troll, dude.
The Joker. You'd hope no one was fooled by a WhatsApp voice note claiming the government was cooking a giant lasagna in Wembley Station to feed Londoners, but some
Wembley
people
Stadium.
don't get the joke.
Wait, hold on. How did you just pronounce lasagna?
Lasagna.
No, I'm pretty sure I heard something else. You just said lasagna.
Well, it's spelled lasagna for some fucking reason.
Yeah, it's misspelled in the article.
Leave it to dumbass Britbongs.
It's that integrity, Morty. You wouldn't know anything about that. He's just trying to preserve the integrity of what's written down.
So
the man's dyslexic. Fucking hell, I'm surprised he can read it all. Give him a break. I just have to say...
You want to know how I got this news?
Damn, killed him.
Oh.
I just want to say that jesters don't get enough appreciation. You see, everybody thinks a jester is just a big fucking clown. They just sit in the fucking king's court and they just fool around all day. No. Jesters have an important fucking role, dude. Do you know how fucking hard it is to fucking take such a formal, serious situation as the fucking court proceeding of the king's court and, give it a fucking light, informal tone so that everybody's not fucking stressed all the time? Do you know how fucking hard it is to slightly poke fun at your lord so that he doesn't get a fucking stick up his ass and think he's better than everybody? To humble him? That shit is fucking tough, man. It's not just fucking big funny. It's a tough job these jesters are doing, man. Need some support in the chat for jesters. Yeah, and if you do your job improperly, you fucking die, dude. There's no second chance. It's oh, I said something that was a little bit too questionable, and then you fucking die. Always walking that fine line. Also, I don't know how the fuck people literally fall for cooking giant lasagna in a stadium. That's I don't know.
Well, much like
They're
people,
probably listening.
Goma, people believe that 5G towers cause corona.
Wait, what?
much like the people who
I
wrote
think
this
you might be
article,
falling
they're-
for a joke there, Morty.
much like the people who wrote this article, there are just really dumb people out there.
Apparently. But yeah, I don't feel like jokers are trying to spread viral information. I think they're literally just trying to, make a joke. And people
They're essentially
being dumb.
Yeah,
they're
make light
essentially
of the
just
situation.
they're just trolls on the internet, basically.
It's a way
They're
to
just
cope,
having
man.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's a way to cope.
It's stressful for everybody. Next up, we have
Moving
the
on.
scammer. Other fake texts claiming to be from the government or local councils have been generated by scammers looking to make money. Imagine fucking, taking advantage of a fucking pandemic to prey upon people. Good
I mean,
lord.
the
The scum
Jews
of the
did
earth
it.
for you.
Literally pathetic.
Oof.
The Chinese did it.
The Chinese.
I mean,
Yeah, the Chinese are doing it.
the minute they started having a problem around the time when they were having Wu suppressed shit or who
What's
I
all
mean.
this fucking Hong Kong
Wuhan.
rights? Ew, disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the coronavirus. And
Yeah, around the time the coronavirus was hitting and they were still able to suppress information about it, they started buying up medical masks from all over the place. So when it finally hit everywhere
just think
else,
it's-
they had no medical masks.
I just think it's
Taiwan
funny how, we haven't been talking about Hong Kong protests since all this happened.
You're fucking right, Goma.
Well, I told you.
I wish Morty wasn't in a fishbowl. What?
I said, remember the fucking Jew who did the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, the ones that were buying up the masks? The one that bought up that mask? Yeah, dude. It's fucking... It's... I don't know what he was going to do with it. It was probably going to be fucking price gouging, which is, insanely illegal.
My
It is-
friend that lives in Spain was talking about some respirators that they got from China. Two shipments from China that were defective, and they assume a lot of people died.
China is super spiteful, man.
Mm-hmm.
Spain's retarded and
But see-
desperate
Yeah.
and poor, much like your country.
Oof. Damn.
Well,
Hey, wouldn't
Hey,
have-
don't make
at
fun of
least-
Spain like that. Come on.
Hey, at least Spain has 2 pennies to rub together. Well, actually, if they had American pennies, that would be worth $20 for them.
Dude, you're talking about Spain, not Mexico. Good lord.
What's the difference?
I don't know the difference.
What's the difference? How about you talk about the next person on the list, Morty?
Yeah, you give
If
me.
you can read.
Huh? Would you rather
Misinformation
not
doesn't
speak?
stop
Oh,
on
okay, go ahead.
platforms of the internet. Last week, President Donald Trump questioned whether exposing patients' bodies to UV lights or injecting bleach could help treat coronavirus. He was
English
speculating
motherfucker.
out of context.
I don't think he ever. I'm not actually sure, but I highly doubt he actually said injecting bleach.
Well, it says here he later claimed the comments were sarcastic, so even if he did, he wasn't being serious. But of course, no one has a brain. Big man said inject bleach. Big man said I have to use the UV light.
If he said jump off a bridge, would you fucking do it? Jesus Christ.
Good
Have
lord,
some-
man.
Would.
Have some fucking common sense.
Respect.
Jesus
Some
fucking
common
Christ.
sense, some self-preservation.
I like how they had to bring Donald Trump into this as well. Just
Talk
every
about
fucking
China
news
too. Talk about the little
Yeah, but,
conspiracy about how we brought COVID to Wuhan through the U.S. Army.
Hey, that's actually spreading a lot in all of Asia and the Middle East.
Of course
people
it is. The
outside
Chinese will
the-
do fucking anything to deny making a mistake. Fucking Tiananmen
That's true.
Tiananmen Square massacre? Never
Oh
happened.
man. Did you guys ever hear
Yeah,
about
neither did coronavirus.
the locust plagues that are going on over there in Africa?
Everything's a little fucked over there.
Everything is little fucks everywhere.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Jess, you want to cover the last one there?
Wait,
Or
hold
not
on.
the last
Conspiracy
one?
There's a
theorist?
few other ones here, dude.
Yeah, I just noticed.
Because there's supposed to be.
Okay, I'll do the next one. All the uncertainty about the virus has created a perfect breeding ground for conspiracy theories. A false story of murky origins claiming the first volunteer to take part in a UK vaccine trial had died circulating in big anti-vaccination and conspiracy Facebook groups. It was fiction.
Boy. Anti-vaccination and conspiracy Facebook groups. My goodness.
Fergus Walsh on Twitter has said, he tweeted out, fake news has been circulating on social media that the first volunteer in the Oxford vaccine trial has died. This is not true. I spent several minutes this morning chatting with Elisa Granato via Skype. She is very much alive and told me she is feeling, quote, absolutely fine.
Why is she so happy?
Oh,
dude, she looks fucking ecstatic.
This is probably a paycheck. This is probably a paycheck for her.
That's fair, honestly. This is probably a big paycheck. Like,
I'd be happy
our fucking guinea pig?
Vaccinated against COVID.
Let me just put on my conspiracy hat and just say, maybe he was just talking to an image. She was already dead, and he was just
I'm sorry, do you not know what Skype is?
Fucking AI, maybe.
Morty.
Skype is not nearly advanced enough to have an AI on it.
Plus, you can literally see, in like, if you click on the tweet, you can then have like a full video of her actually speaking to her.
It's Sunday.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe it could have been pre-recorded.
It wasn't pre-recorded. She read out the date.
Comments.
She read out the fucking date that they were having the conversation. How could it have been pre-recorded like that?
You could have pre-recorded right at the dates, or just edit it in like a video editor.
Edit a video, a live video of her speaking, and saying the date in. That's something.
I don't think she would be doing this if she was, you know.
Morty, you got some really fucking good tech skills from what I'm hearing. Editing all that shit together.
These little conversations we have are probably the best part.
I mean, no one comes here to fucking hear us read out line by line the articles.
It's true.
Speaking of best parts, probably one of the best parts about this whole coronavirus thing is all the anti-vaxxers are going to die the fuck out.
If only.
I hope so. There's been a lot of like clergymen dying because they're like, the coronavirus isn't real. Let me just go preach anyway. Everyone, yeah, God will protect me.
God said, "Hey,
God
dipshit, pay some fucking attention," and then just snapped him out of existence.
Thanos snap.
God was like, "Hey, all you fucking clergy people, take a fucking hint."
Fucking Thanos him. Alright, the insider. Sometimes misinformation seems to come from a trustworthy source, a doctor, professional, or hospital worker. More often, the insider is nothing of the sort. A woman from Crawling in West Sussex was the originator of a panicky voice note predicting dire and completely unsubstantial death tolls for young and healthy coronavirus sufferers. She claimed to have inside information through her work at the ambulance service. Ambulance service.
Whoa, ambulance.
I would not trust someone from the ambulance service for doctor advice.
Wow, do you mean the service that fucking charges you $1 million for like a 20-minute ride?
Yeah.
They have my best interest. They have my best interest at heart. I know that.
The people who only know first aid and not actual doctor shit.
Yep.
The people where that one guy raped a woman on a bench.
Right, yeah.
I used to remember that article.
You didn't.
Fuck.
You remember that article about the ambulance dude?
Dude, she wasn't even.
I'll fucking walk if I get a gunshot wound. Thank you for that.
She wasn't even like knocked out or like on a stretcher or anything. She was just sitting on a bench, and he was just like, yeah. So for this procedure, I'm just gonna have to place my cock inside of you.
We covered that in one of our videos. Yeah, there was an ambulance driver trying to get like a fucking hand job from the fucking lady in the fucking ambulance.
Jesus Christ! Did he actually rape her?
I think they. I don't remember the article too well. They may or may not have done a rape test, like a rape kit or something.
I believe she turned him in like right away though.
Or something like that. Yeah.
I think the most he got was.
God, imagine like finishing and then like having like the most awkward fucking ride to the hospital.
Fucking Christ.
I think he did. I mean, shit. Imagine you're in a fucking ambulance. You're not feeling well, and some dude's like, "Give me the fucking handy, or you die." I'm not gonna kill you, but you die already.
Give me a handy, or I'll take off your heady.
Give me a handy or I'll fucking park. I'll put the ambulance in park. God damn it! I'll turn this ambulance around.
So,
shut up back there.
Oh boy.
so these last two, we're just gonna skip right out because relatives and celebrities are two people you should never listen to.
Yeah, don't get your important information from these people. Like
Especially celebrities. They know nothing. They know less than nothing. Morty knows more than every celebrity out there.
Wow, that's
that's
pretty
the celebrity.
something. No, not even. I mean, that's like the one time that I feel bad for you, Morty. Damn. And like, as for relatives, like don't listen to your crazy aunt on Facebook, without fact checking first. Just
Nobody
be
uses
careful out there.
Facebook. Even Algeria has gotten over Facebook. We don't use Facebook.
Damn. Surprised you even got into it to begin with.
I thought you guys were still using MySpace.
Right?
There's the reason MySpace died. We were the only user base.
Damn. Who hasn't read an article yet? He's spectating.
He's spectating.
And also,
Let's go on to
don't
the
add
next.
him.
Let's go to the next article.
Fucking don't give me things to censor in the middle of the video. Fucking.
Oh yeah,
It's just
people. Fact check everything, even shit that you hear from us, especially shit that you hear from us.
Especially.
We are about
Fucking 100%.
about 80% of the shit we say is fucking incorrect.
I don't know about incorrect,
your
but it's
brother-in-law,
not
your mother-in-law,
fact-checked.
fact check them all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Hold on. No. That is the wrong fucking advice to give because people will fact check shit incorrectly.
If you don't know how to
fact
fact check how to
You know
fact
what?
check.
I guess you're fucked.
You know what? You're right, Morty. Just don't be retarded.
Just don't be retarded. Use some of that common sense.
That excludes like 80% of the human population.
Well then,
This is
damn. I
true.
guess only the 20% is worth having. Quality over
We
quantity.
need-
Amen.
At this point, we
Amen.
gotta have that little star
No.
go across the scene.
The more you know.
The screen.
This
And
says
instead of
eugenics
the
on
mo-
it.
Yes.
Wait, what'd you say?
We need
Thanks, Blacky. What was the punchline?
Oh, I was gonna say retarded instead of the more you know, but eugenics that works too.
You try.
Look, we need the other 80 population to do manual labor. Like they're dumb enough that
No,
they can't.
what are robots for 500?
supersede.
Where are you? Oh, but 500.
Without fucking
Look. We don't,
resources
we don't
going
want,
into
we don't-
artists. Oof.
we don't want-
Artists.
What's the difference?
Artists, autists, they're about the same.
Yeah.
we don't want to accelerate the fucking robot revolution, okay?
Dude,
we
robot
don't want to get
rights.
fucking Skynet.
Robot rights 2021.
I am sorry,
Does this
everyone.
Detroit become human?
I did not know we had a racist in here.
I know, right? Honestly.
I
You
will
should
have-
have known. He's you.
I will have to have a talk
With
with
HR.
Alexia at HR.
Alexia.
Hey Alexa,
No,
play
Alexia.
Despacito. That's your fucking HR representative.
Those damn robots taking our jobs. We should fucking make a wall.
Damn.
Keep them out.
Wait, who's gonna build the wall? The robots?
They're in our homes. Nigga.
We'll use the robots to destroy the robots.
Whoa.
And what about the robots when they win?
What about the robots that destroyed the robots? We'll make more robots. And what about the robots that destroyed the robots that destroyed the robots? Fucking hell. Alright, so if you were going to read the fucking headline, I will. CNN sends Trump campaign cease and desist letter for misleading ad. So, fucking-
All of America should send CNN a cease and desist letter from fucking working.
from fucking deceptive news.
Whoa.
No, we can't have any copyright music here on here.
Okay.
No, they're gonna fucking copyright us faster than they fucking
You gotta like,
copyrighted Jake Paul.
We can talk about diddling children all we want, but the minute we start having copyright music, that's when we're out of here.
You gotta like do a homebrew version of it. Just.
Okay.
No, even if the fucking algorithm detects a single fucking similar note, we're gone. We're gone. That's it.
It was a parody.
New York CNN business. A lawyer for CNN's parent company, Warner Media, has written a cease and desist letter to President Trump's re-election campaign over the misleading contents of a new campaign ad. Warner Media says the Trump ad is misusing CNN news coverage in a way that's false and misleading and deceptive.
Just don't cover it, retard.
Maybe if you hear me out here. Maybe if your entire fucking news channel wasn't deceptive or misleading or false, we wouldn't have to do this shit.
Yeah.
God damn it! You stole my fucking joke.
Too bad.
We can't have any. This is why we can't have any fucking original content.
I mean, if this ever goes to court, they will lose so quickly by just someone bringing up one YouTube video pointing out how fucking
depends on
wrong
how
CNN
bought the
is.
judge is.
The ad takes a segment from CNN's The Situation Room out of context. In the original segment, the guy asked, "Is it accurate if these steps had not been put in place and stay-at-home orders and such that it could have been 2 million people down here in the U.S.?" And then the guy says, it's tough to predict, something, but essentially yes. And what is within the ad is it accurate that if these steps had not been put in place, it could have been 2 million people dead here in the U.S.? And then the guy responds with yes. So they've essentially cropped, like a couple bits of the text out. But I don't know if that really calls for a fucking cease and desist. Yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about the judge being bought because it's against CNN and Trump. They both can buy out the judge.
I mean, if we want to talk about omission of facts, CNN, you're not really on a good foundation here.
All right, let's point out all the times that you suddenly lost signal, or to whenever people start talking shit about you while you're interviewing them. Or whenever people start saying truths and you all of a sudden lose signal.
But
biggest
look,
fucking news company.
Look, I'm not even in a country that uses CNN, and I'm familiar with their fucking bullshit.
But the thing is, this wasn't even. They're saying here that it's been distorted in a way such as to mislead the public, but the essential question and answer are the same. The essential question of is it accurate if these steps have not been put into place, and the essential answer of yes, are essentially the transcript of the response here. I mean, it is missing a bit of the detail, but doesn't change. He didn't change what they said. He omitted some of what was being said, but this is essentially the synopsis of what the conversation was.
Well, actually, do we have a copy of the full conversation?
Yeah. You see where it says the ad takes a segment from?
Yeah.
Yeah, from right there, Wolf Blitzer asked Sanjay Gupta, and then you can see the full transcript of what he asked and what the guy responded with. And then it says here, Blitzer's heard asking, and that's where it says what the essentially summarized version that was shown in the ad was.
Well, I don't think this would really work.
I don't think this would go anywhere. I mean, it's hardly being distorted in a way that would mislead anyone. It's being distorted in a way that makes the president look better than the original line of questioning worked, but it's not as if it's being distorted in a way that directly impacts what was being said.
All right, we've got a lot more
Yeah,
articles to go over.
we got more stuff to talk about, so not too much here. CNN, get your shit together. All right, Morty, would you like to read this one this time?
Sure. Just let me fucking load this in. Police probe shooting of Flint security guard in confrontation over mask at Family Dollar. Wait,
Oh, boy.
wait, hold on. They fucking shot somebody over a fucking mask.
Okay, so apparently, from what I've heard, a security
What's
guard
finally
got,
happened?
He fucking died. He was
a
fatally
security
shot.
guard. A security guard got shot because he told a woman to wear a mask.
Holy
fuck.
He
shit.
was fatally
Holy fuck!
shot.
He shot in the head. Shot him.
Yes.
Yo.
So remember, people, don't tell women to do anything. They are bitches.
I can see, yeah, the fucking shit.
Diversity quota, can you confirm?
Hmm?
Diversity quota, can you confirm? That women are indeed bitches that we should not say anything to.
Yes. Be an
You
insult.
heard it here first,
No.
folks. But good God, why? Why? Like, for fuck's sake. He was 43 years old, shot in the head 215 at fucking Family Dollar store, dude. Family Dollar store. It's not like
What
he's at
the
a
fuck?
fucking bank or anything. It's not like he's at a fucking lucrative
This
place.
happened in
It
fucking
wasn't.
the California Valley.
This happened in
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Detroit, dude.
Oh, why
It
am I not
wasn't
surprised?
It wasn't even in a fucking Walmart. It wasn't even in a fucking Walmart.
It wasn't in a Walmart, it wasn't in a Target, it wasn't in... It was at a fucking Family Dollar, my dude. All he did was...
Imagine how
He fucking
Dude.
asked the customer to wear a mask.
it would have been fucking 10 times funnier if he died at Target.
Shut.
Fuck you
Oh,
guys,
wait.
at least Blacky thinks it's funny.
Jesus
Well, hold
Christ.
on. But Blacky, the person who shot him wasn't the woman. It was two guys.
It wasn't. Really?
Mm-hmm. It says
Wait,
here they're hunting two
did
men
he
who are
die?
accused of killing him.
What the fuck?
Wait, did he die? Did he die
White
because
knights!
two fucking
White fucking
Yeah.
knights!
fucking a bunch of fucking white knight sims fucking killed on a police officer?
Damn. Heard
Like,
it here first,
I-
boys. Don't say.
I don't want to say it, but you know, the black community.
Holy shit, he had 8 kids?
Oof. Well, the man was like 40 something. That's enough for 8 kids.
Yeah, I guess.
He was like he was pumping them out by the dozen.
What the actual fuck, dude? How do you spark violence by just literally enforcing a policy, dude? Come on.
Look, this is all a conspiracy. It's obviously they were obviously hitmen trying like sent over by his wife because she was sick of being impregnated constantly.
Well, damn.
Damn.
Like the protection.
So,
No,
wait a
so,
minute.
Morty,
Wait,
so Morty,
hold on.
what you're saying is this is still a woman's fault, right?
No, you guys are gonna love this one.
Exactly.
You guys are gonna love this. According to
What?
the update, the woman was wearing a mask. Guess who wasn't? Her daughter.
Oh.
And it all
Oh,
comes full circle.
It all comes full
It's
fucking circle, dude.
It was a fucking Karen.
Police were hunting
Oh,
on Monday
God.
for 2 men accused of killing Mernerlin, I'm assuming that's the guy's last name, because they felt he disrespected the woman by insisting that she wear a daughter in the store, as required by the executive orders.
She wear a daughter?
Wait, wear a mask, sorry. That her mask... Fuck. Jesus. Her mask wear a daughter. Yeah, her daughter wear a mask in the store.
So okay. So let me get this straight. The guy told the daughter to wear a mask, and these two thugs thought that was like disrespect. So they
He's
went up and popped a
disrespecting
cap.
this mother. Oh my goodness.
So they went and popped a cap in this dude, just doing his job.
What the fuck, dude? He got shot in the head. Holy fuck.
What the fuck?
These are the heroes we neither want or nor deserve.
Oh, hold
Well,
on.
fuck.
Look at this dude. This is the dude who got shot. Look at this absolute Chad, bruh. He's got the physique.
Look, I told you that this dude is prime human specimen.
Amen. It's a shame he fucking died, dude. Come on. All he's asking is for you guys to just fucking
Yeah, like he could
Just be
He
fucking
could have at least
courteous.
popped out. Like, he could have at least popped out another 8 children.
So in conclusion, call CPS on them. Do not confront them directly.
Otherwise, you can get shot by simps.
Yes.
Yeah, especially in Detroit.
You know,
Oh man, it's your favorite place, Blacky.
Vancouver. Woo! This Vancouver store now has the technology to check your temperature while you shop.
That's pretty neat, actually. So it's kind of just like an infrared, sort of like like a heat scan thing.
Yeah, I
Question
think,
is
I think it's like
Thermal.
infrared or some shit.
Thermal is the word I was looking for.
This is a liquor store. A fucking liquor store.
Yeah, but for why? Like, why do you need to check their temperature? Is that somehow...
It's indicative of whether or not they have flu-like symptoms,
Corona.
which is indicative of corona.
Whether or not they have a fever.
Yeah.
And also, they're checking if any lizard men come in and try to buy some liquor.
Yeah,
now that everyone's
if any
down.
Algerians come into the
below
store,
50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but if somebody was like wearing a heavy jacket that warmed them up, it would have the same effect as them
What
having
warmed
a
up
fever.
their forehead?
Yeah, like a fucking hat. Like a fucking hat or a hoodie or something.
huh?
You said coat, so I was confused, but...
I don't know
Both.
how you think clothing works, but
I am going to
wearing
slap
a
you with
hat
a hat.
doesn't heat your body up.
It fucking stores
It's-
the heat there, bro. It's fucking
Insulation.
Yeah, I know how fucking clothes work, fuckhead.
Are you sure?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just asking, because, you know, this is trying to measure your internal temperature, and you're talking some shit right now. I mean, I doubt that your clothes are enough to raise your internal temperature by that much.
So apparently this is it uses a laser to check your temperature. And this is apparently like the first store to do it.
I just don't
Oh, it's
understand
a
why they're not
laser. I
using
thought
like,
it was
the
a thermal
standard.
cam.
It is a thermal
Well,
cam.
the camera has a laser that is used to check it.
That is misleading from when they said thermal camera. Because thermal imaging is a lot different than a laser.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's thermal, and then. Well, no, because why would it need the?
Well,
I don't fucking know.
according to the people who use it, it's incredibly accurate. So whatever it's doing it correctly.
Yeah, but like I
Cool.
don't understand why they're not just using like the standard, you know, like the scanners. You know, the little like scan guns that they just put up to your forehead and.
That's essentially it, isn't it?
Wait, hold on. Aren't those like a couple $100? I thought they were expensive.
Are they? I
Yeah.
don't know, to be quite
Who
honest
knows?
with you.
Apparently, there's no guidelines for this type of shit, so I guess they're free to do it.
Like, I remember watching a video a few days ago.
Let me see.
Where somebody used it and he
And they're
like was
not-
saying.
It's only about $100. Only.
They're
about-
not collecting
Nice.
any
Yeah.
data. It's not like this is illegal either. They're not collecting data. They're not storing anything. You know.
It's about $80 to
Well-
$100, which seems expensive. But
Well-
if you have like a storefront and you only need to get one of them, you know, you just have one person checking everybody when they come in.
Well, even if they were like storing your data, what the fuck are they gonna do? Data about
Dude,
your body
he
temperature?
was.
Apparently,
It's
they have
30
had
degrees.
had no complaints about people feeling uncomfortable. You know.
Yeah, only the
That's
privacy
a
advocates
fucking-
have been fucking talking some bullshit.
You know that's
It's not.
that's
It's not
fucking
ethical.
It's
You know,
ethical
that's
if some
fucking
fucking faggot wants to go into the store with Corona because I want my ice cream sandwiches.
In a liquor store?
You know what's like? What happens? What happens if you do? If it does fucking detect
Then you get shot.
somebody?
You get shot in the face.
Yeah, like. Yeah,
Well,
because like, what are you
then,
gonna do then? Are you gonna tell them to
hey,
fuck off? They can seize
Morty.
on you.
Morning. Then you take a page from that guy from. Then you take a page from the guy last week who threw that old Chinese man out of the store.
You don't want you to get your hands dirty though.
Yeah, the fucking dude.
It's
could have
called
fucking
it's called
defensive.
gloves, you fucking pussy.
He
But
could
then
still
you're
sneeze
violating
on your
the
fucking-
social distance, dude. 6 feet.
Yeah, dude. 6 feet or die.
See, what I'm advocating is you get like a minigun. You just use like the force of the bullets to push them
Yeah,
outside.
but like.
Nah. You get one of those beanbag
No,
cannons
no,
and
no.
have it. You get one of
No,
those
no.
bing bang cannons and have it like aimed right at the door, and the minute they don't pass the shit, boom, just shoot them right out of the fucking door.
You just pour
Yeah,
holy
but,
water
like,
on them and they
if
fucking
you shoot
melt.
him- If you shoot him, then the contaminated blood
Oh
will
my
be
God,
all
on
over
the
your
bullet.
fucking
Oh
merchandise.
man, no, not on the bullets. Remember what you fucking said with the fucking cops and their bullets?
It's
They don't wanna
called a
get-
mop. It's called a mop and some bleach, Morty.
They don't
Well,
want to
what
get.
if it's been on your fucking liquor? What are you gonna do then?
The bottles are sealed.
I mean, yeah.
Like, remember
We
that
need
article
to
we
move on.
read? Remember that article we read
No,
a while back?
no, we
Wait,
can't.
shh. Remember that article we read a while back with the pharmacy, and they had those robots for cleaning. They can use those.
Oh yeah. Those were
You're
pretty cool.
gonna fucking train robots how to fucking manhandle humans. Is that
Yes,
what you
Well, I
want?
meant cleaning the liquor, but yeah, sure that too.
We need to move on. There's someone renting. Someone is renting not quite a cupboard as a Harry Potter private room in Vancouver.
That is a fucking gulag room, dude.
What the fuck?
God damn, the fucking concentration camps had more room than that.
Jesus, dude. They treat you better than this
You
in
would
prison.
know. You would know, Blacky.
Because he's a Jew? Is that what you're implying?
I thought I was a fucking Scandinavian. Am I a Jew or a Scandinavian? Make up your mind, you fucking
You're an
Algerian bastard.
Aryan master race.
This has gone downhill very quickly.
Look, in order to go downhill, we have to have made it up the hill at some point, but we never did.
We the fucking
I really can't believe
top
this.
was-
Someone made like the shittiest room possible, and they're like, "What do I do with this?" I know. I'll sell it to retards who don't understand that Harry Potter's private room was supposed to be like the worst possible thing.
I mean,
Well,
look, if
you
you
know-
want to,
That's just
If you
Chad
want-
strats.
if you want to
Fanboyism.
increase your chance, if you want to increase your chance of becoming the actual Harry Potter, you need to live his fucking lifestyle.
It's like
didn't
scamming
live in
fur
this, though.
fags
You're-
out of
You,
not safe for work commission.
you also need to get cracked in the head with a fucking pipe.
You need to just run into a fucking wall.
I
Apparently.
mean, look. If you're willing to fucking rent this room, then that condition has already been fulfilled.
Like narratively, the entire point of him being in that situation is that he wants nothing more to get out of the situation. Like, why would you put yourself in this fucking
Look,
situation?
I'm gonna say right now, it wasn't some magical force or blood that gave him the magic. It was the autism from being cracked in the head.
I agree. The whole thing is in his head. He's actually in a fucking coma at a hospital.
The fucking Dementors, those aren't fucking ghost things. Those are just fucking people coming to give him his pills.
Does Cloud see that in the Final Fantasy remake too? Because I swear to God, there are Dementors in that game.
Are there?
I don't know, man.
They're
I know
fucking
there's, like,
floating
wraiths or
black
something.
ghosts.
Yeah, aren't those wraiths or something?
Some shit.
Hold on.
They look like Dementors
Look
to
at
me.
fucking Kennedy. Look at
I
fucking
don't
Kennedy's
touch.
post.
I don't touch the new Final Fantasy. It's not turn-based. I don't like it.
Hey, look. I always fucking hated turn-based games. I see this as an improvement.
That's because you're a faggot with no strategy.
I don't hate him, but
No,
I feel like
these
it's
games are
lazy.
fucking boring.
The story is the
Yeah.
worst part of the remake.
Like all fucking turn-based games are literally attack for 2 turns, heal, and then fucking repeat. Sometimes
like-
you might-
I like those
If you're a
turn-based
pleb,
games.
the only
I
reason why you like them. The only reason why you like them is because your fucking brain has already been fucking rotted by the mold. You
No,
have
no.
fucking
The
brain
reason I like
capacity.
Jesus
Morty.
Christ.
the reason I like them so much is because my computer is a fucking potato, and turn-based games are the only thing I can fucking play. And I like those turn-based games where when you go to attack, you can actually like press a button doing timing shit to get extra damage.
Interesting. I
Look,
just like
you're
from a game
fucking-
dev
you're fucking
develop
confused.
from like a game dev per point of view. It's like menu navigation the game plus animations. Like not a lot
Look, your
going on
fucking
there.
computer, Blacky, your fucking computer is less of a potato than you are at this point.
Wow. Why you gotta be rude, dude?
Well then,
I know
Queen
you're
Brian.
racist, but come on, man.
Queen Brian May says a vegan diet is the way forward in response to the coronavirus pandemic.
Of course he fucking does.
Oh boy, yeah, it's the 3 fucking vegan articles in a row. My favorite.
But didn't we already talk about how
We
it's
talked
fucking
about
bad
it.
to change your fucking diet?
It's
Can we just
literally a
skip
health
over
risk
this?
to change your diet.
Yes, but much like how I like to shit on Vancouver, I want to shit on the vegans.
Well, damn.
Now
you go to India.
now all of you are going to pull down your pants and help me shit on the vegans, or you're going to leave.
Blackie,
All
if you want to go
you're
shit
doing-
on
all
vegans,
you-
you could just take a fucking trip to India.
Look, all you're doing is fucking fulfilling their fetishes. They like attention. What we're doing is giving them attention.
Like, they're already used to shitting out in the open, so, I mean, you wouldn't stick out or anything.
They literally
You could probably get a couple
they
of them.
literally look. They probably eat
Sounds
stuff
good.
that they shat on. They probably eat stuff that they shat on.
What, vegans?
Yeah, like homegrown fucking tomatoes covered in shit that they think is actually gonna fertilize the soil properly. They're fucking 2 feet deep fucking soil will be fertilized by a fucking piece of shit.
Kinda
So are
reminds
you
me of
saying
that-
you want?
Hmm?
Are you saying you want to skip the vegan articles?
You remember, what's that film where the guy's in space and he's growing potatoes with his shit?
I don't know. So make up your minds. Do you want to skip the fucking vegans or not?
Growing potatoes.
Oh, I mean, have we not given them proper content already?
Fine, we'll skip them.
Hold on. Oh yeah, the Martian, dude. In the film The Martian,
Yeah,
he grows potatoes with his shit in space.
Yeah, but like, actually, didn't Matt Pat do a fucking video about it?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he said it
Ireland
was
could
accurate.
learn a few things from that guy.
Didn't he say it was accurate? To like,
Yeah, he did. But like, what,
Yeah,
what
but-
I'm talking, what I'm talking is
Yeah.
completely different. I'm talking
Oh,
about fucking.
Only about like half the shit Matt Pat even says is accurate though.
that's slightly better than us.
That is true. Today's coronavirus update debating China's role. Strange
China.
symptoms emerge.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck happened to Brian May?
You said you wanted to skip the vegan articles.
Oh my god.
Hmm?
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo
Pompeo?
said this weekend that enormous evidence exists indicating the pandemic began in a lab in Wuhan, but the World Health Organization responded Monday that it has seen no evidence of that.
Yes,
Well, of course,
the World
because
Health
they're bought out by
Organization,
China.
they're not a bias or anything. You know, they didn't fucking completely neglect Taiwan or anything. I really would not be, like, I'm telling you, China starts having human rights issues, and all of a sudden we have a pandemic. If
Oh,
that,
it's time for the
Yeah.
conspiracy
That
hats.
doesn't
It's
fucking-
time for the conspiracy hats.
if that doesn't speak for itself,
I mean, it's not consequential, you know.
I mean, look. There is only
I mean,
one.
think about it like this. If
there's
nothing
only
else,
one
Mhm.
hole in that conspiracy. There's only one hole in that conspiracy.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the fact that China had like easier methods to get rid of the fucking protesters. You know they
But it's
wouldn't
not
give a
about
shit
getting rid.
about.
It's not about getting rid of the protesters, Morty. That's the thing. Is China has so much bad rep already that if nothing else had happened this year, that would be one of the main things that people would talk about for this year, right? And so,
I mean,
come the end of this year, come the start of the next year, no one's gonna be talking about this. It's all gonna be like, damn, the coronavirus is fucking terrible, right?
Man,
But
I bet you, I would bet money on this, that this was probably just a biological weapon they were
if we can
creating,
somehow
and
prove this,
and it accidentally got out.
if we can somehow prove that,
Accidentally,
that would
or
be
they
fucking
did it on
spectacular.
purpose to silence Hong Kong.
I mean,
Like,
they
even
could
if we
have at
can't, you
least
know-
started.
Mhm.
They could have at least started the zombie fucking post-apocalypse, the
Yeah,
zombie
cringe.
apocalypse.
Pick a better genre. But you know, like, even if we can't officially prove it, like, you know, we can't officially prove that Epstein didn't kill himself. If enough people, like, see proof that they can decide to believe, like, I think we can really just make it a big talking point. And if there's anything that China hates, it's bad fucking rap. Like, they will go out of their way to censor anything and everything. But they can't censor everything and everything, you know.
Turkey has barely helped these fucking last few years. Like, the people in power have so much power that even, like, if we, like, all are aware of the shit that they do, we can't really stop it or do anything against it.
What we need to do is we need to have Japan take over China and just reenact the Nanking massacres or raping.
Man, fucking Japan reopened, Japan reopened a little early, and they started getting a second wave of corona.
Good job.
Gotta be careful, dude.
Look, what we need is Japan, Italy, and Germany to form the dream team again.
Hold on,
and have
where this is going.
What we need to do is just nuke China like Japan. This is the only way to deal with Asians.
China like Japan.
Do you not understand the consequences? We nuked Japan.
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Japan has been nuked, and now we have fucking porn hentai addiction.
Look, if there's
like
more porn in the world, that's a good thing.
You say that like that's a bad thing, Morty. Maybe if we nuke China, it'll turn to an actual decent place.
I mean, it's not like it can get worse.
Whew, you can say that again.
And if nothing else, we can just have an Asian Borderlands park where China used to be.
An Asian Borderlands park? Ah, dude. Dude, just look at some skags. God damn.
We could fucking reenact the Stalker game, except in all of fucking China.
We can massacre the Chinese people and then call it a mercy.
I mean, it basically is with how brainwashed those people are.
Not all of them, though, man. Not all of them. There's that one, you know, there's at least that one guy who's a martial artist going out and beating the shit out of those fake martial artists, and he doesn't deserve to die for this, man.
Kansas couple that caught...
Oh.
Wasn't he Taiwanese?
Was he? I don't remember. But he was doing stuff within China, and his social credit score was influenced, so take that for what you will.
Well...
So there's a Kansas couple that started coughing and claimed he has coronavirus at a Walmart, and he's now charged with felonies. Just don't go to Walmart, people.
Yes.
Yeah, especially if you have the corona.
He coughed on people, though.
Yeah, but
hold on. This fucking headline's a little misleading. He didn't just cough. He coughed on other people and then said, "Oh yeah, no, I have the coronavirus."
Yeah, but
that's like
it's fucking Walmart. It's Walmart, though.
Like even if it's just like, even if it's not true, you can be put in jail for this kind of stuff. Remember, there was a guy, Arab Andy was his Twitch name. He walked into, I think it was something on a campus center. I want to say it was something akin to a library, and one of the people watching his stream donated an audio clip of essentially like a bomb countdown, right? And it was clearly fake. There was no explosion. But everybody fucking ran out of the goddamn place, and he got arrested, and he's facing several years in prison right now for that. He didn't do anything to anyone. He didn't say anything. He walked out of the area. It wasn't his audio. Someone had, donated to play the audio through his stream, and he's still facing fucking several years of jail time for that.
Jesus Christ.
That's the US. They're fucking retarded about
it is illegal to cause a panic.
It is illegal to fucking incite panic in people, and it is really illegal to fucking go up to people and cough on them and do this fucking shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's basically just like purposely infecting someone.
Mm-hmm.
Or attempting to.
Remember that fucking lady that was going around licking ice cream?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah.
Man.
At the time of the incident, Harvey County.
We all laughed at that, like, man, she's fucking crazy. But now, we'd be like, shit, shoot her, fucking kill her.
I thought that earlier. when it happened.
At the time of the incident, Harvey County had 4 confirmed cases of COVID-19. The state had 90 cases and 27 deaths. Now there are 4,238 cases in the state,
Oof.
7 in the county, and 129 deaths statewide. I want to point out that in my county, we've had 14 cases and not a single death.
Wow.
That's surprising considering there's
your
a
county
bunch
is
of
fucking like
boomers.
immune to it, I think.
Yes, with all the fucking drug addicts in this county, they are all so fucking drugged up that the coronavirus has no room.
Their immune system's on fucking steroids.
What?
Look, when you're a hyped up junkie, your immune system just is all over the place.
The immune system's like, coronavirus, shut the fuck up. I have to tend to these fucking drugs, and just beats the shit out of it.
Immune system's like, flu, get the fuck out of here.
Someone posted on Facebook that I think people like this should be treated just like people who joke about having a bomb on a plane. Yeah, it's not something you really joke about right now.
They should be dragged out into the front of the
Like
store
fucking,
and then shot.
A few months ago, haha, big funny, but now it's a little less funny because now it's hard to tell whether or not you're being serious.
Like I said, dragged out into the front of the store and then shot.
Okay, so the coughing to people at people, even if he didn't have the coronavirus, that's still a serious crime. But like
Yeah.
joking about like shit like pranks about bombs or shit. I feel like putting somebody in jail for several years is a bit too much.
Well, I understand in your culture, bombs are sort of a daily thing, a way of life. Not so much in the U.S.
So you're telling me, Morty, that if someone came up to the bank counter and whispered
They
to
don't
the
have banks there.
and whispered to the bank teller, "I have a bomb."
They don't
and
have
then
any
it turns
fucking
out-
money.
Damn.
Look, they have goats that they can trade.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the market? Gotcha.
Yeah, one of the people in your village goes up to the market trader, and he says, which translates to "I have a bomb," right?
Well, in his country, the trader will probably go and say, "I've got 12 in the fucking bag. Get the fuck out of my store."
Damn. I mean,
Oh,
I
how much you
personally,
want for that bomb?
I personally don't feel that Arab Andy, the Twitch streamer who was arrested, should be facing like that long of a prison sentence. Like, yes, what he did was wrong, but he didn't do it willfully, and he tried to step away from the situation. He should have not been autistic. He should have apologized to the people to calm everything down, but he definitely didn't play like a role in further inciting it.
I don't feel bad for him because he was an idiot who was Twitch streaming on his phone out in public. That shit is for in your house, you fucking retard.
Oof.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not the smartest. A lot of shit could go
You
wrong,
were
especially
you
if
were
you
fucking-
enable fucking sound effects to be played on your stream by random people who give you money. How
Asking for it.
retarded do you have to be?
But it's a mistake, Everybody makes mistakes, and I don't feel like he deserves several years in prison for that sort of mistake.
I don't
Like,
either.
it wasn't a willful mistake. He didn't willfully do this
Well-
particular thing.
Well, Goma, let me put it this way. Those people leaving their edibles on the kitchen table, that was a mistake. Leaving your gun out where your child can get it, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Shooting that security guard in the head,
Blackie,
that was a
that's-
mistake.
That was
that's
not a
false
mistake.
equivalency because no one was actually harmed in the fake bomb threat.
I'm just
No
pointing
one-
out
no
there's
one was
still
harmed in the
there's
child.
still there's still a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope, but you see, what happened was that
I guess my point is context is
context is king.
yes.
Like in
As
the
a-
case
as a-
of edibles and a gun, you're handling contraband.
Yeah, it's a lot different than some rando just going, haha, bomb joke.
Big funny.
So a cart thief
Damn,
blames
you gonna read every fucking
coronavirus.
article? You have other people here to read articles too. Damn.
You want to read the next one, faggot? We only got like 2 more.
All right, Dad. Car thief
Well,
blames
do it.
Huh?
Bitch.
Carthy blames coronavirus for crime. In St. Petersburg, Florida, 7-year-old Alvin Rementer pawned his 2000 Chevy Silverado to a local pawn shop for $1,500 back in January.
I'm sorry, did you say 7-year-old or 70?
70.
Okay.
Last Saturday, at about 7 a.m., Rementer attempted to steal the car back with his spare key.
You know what? I'll give him props. That's pretty good.
That's pretty fucking funny. That's pretty funny, dude. An officer witnessed this and pulled him over. He admitted to his wrongdoing, saying that he only did it because he was freaked out over the corona and the overall situation. He was arrested and charged with felony grand theft auto. Damn.
Wait, hold on. How
brain plays, though.
Like, how can you be freaked out about that?
Well, he's 70 years old. The coronavirus will kill him if he touches it.
Dude.
Yeah, but how does that lead you to go into the fucking pawn shop and fucking try to steal the fucking car back?
I want to point out, the guy kept a spare key, and this was back in, like, January. This was premeditated.
Oh my god, imagine being just, like, strolling into the pawn shop just with your fucking key, just, you know, just unlock it, step in.
Dude, if I was the pawn shop, I'd just let him fucking have it at that point.
Like,
imagine you buy a home, right, and then the previous homeowner just comes in with their key, like, hey, how you doing? I'm just here to take my D. Just, good lord.
Well, that's like stealing a house.
The pawn shop owner should get one of those.
Like, imagine if he got away with it. Like, the police officer wasn't there to stop him. He just got back home. Like, well, there's nothing to fucking...
oh, wait, he pawned it himself? Okay, never fucking
He pawned it himself.
I thought someone stole it and then pawned it.
No, he pawned it himself.
No, he sold it himself.
And then he was like...
idiot.
He was like, I kind of want it back, but I don't have the money.
What the shit?
Like he literally could have done this and succeeded, and like there would be no fucking consequences or way to track him.
I mean, he'd have the car in his possession, so they'd have the license plate. Like, if they saw someone with that license plate.
Yeah, no,
make and model too.
Well, he could probably change the license plate.
Well, it's not that easy to change a license plate.
Yeah.
You gotta get it, like, registered and all that good shit.
And you can't just drive around with no license plates.
So even if he took it home, he took the license plate off, it's still the same make and model, you know.
What he could do is instead of...
plus the VIN number. You can't really fuck with the VIN number.
What he could do is instead of taking it home, he could have just like went to another pawn shop and fucking pawned it.
Oh my god, that would have been great.
That's some massive brain plays right there.
4D chess.
And then he steals it from that one and returns it back to the original one for a reward. And
yeah, he made a third key.
Genius.
Pawn Wars.
And he like steals it from like 4 different pawn shops. The cops are like, okay, we've got these 4 pawn shops in this one area of town, all the same model of car being stolen.
Big think.
Big think.
Oh boy.
How about
who wants to read?
Notebook? You read this last article.
Police nationwide ask criminals to halt activity during coronavirus. Oh fucking boy.
I don't know how that's gonna go over.
It's like a fucking ISIS leaders telling terrorists to quit terrorizing because of the coronavirus.
Due to the confirmed case of COVID-19 from community spread, SLCPD is asking all criminal activities / nefarious behavior to cease until further notice. We appreciate your anticipated cooperation in halting crime and thank criminals in advance.
Behave yourself. Hashtag behave yourself.
No.
Yeah, it works.
It's not even just this one. It's you also got the ones in Washington over here.
The big place.
Washington State, which has been hit hard by the COVID-19, made its request to criminals on Monday, saying, "We will let you know when you can resume normal behavior."
Until then, hashtag wash your hands.
What the
Hey,
fuck?
hey, criminals, if you do an illegal activity during the coronavirus outbreak, then that's a crime.
Whoa.
This is
And we don't
hilarious.
Whoa.
Look,
Cancel all
They-
crime.
they should have said, if we find you doing a crime during this outbreak, we're gonna beat you down extra hard and just say you coughed on us.
Oh no. Fucking, oh my god.
Wonderful. You're unsure when this ban will be lifted, the department said in a Facebook post. We ask anyone who is planning to commit any crimes to please stay home for their safety.
Blacky. It's gonna be the fucking
What?
Rodney King beatings all over again.
It's hard to believe that we even have to post this. Do not call 911 just because you ran out of toilet paper. You will survive without our existence. The Newport Police Department posted on Facebook.
No, that's bullshit. Toilet paper is the fucking lifeline of this fucking outbreak.
Toilet paper
It's our only
actually
lifeline.
cures coronavirus, of course.
Exactly. Look, with the fucking coronavirus post-apocalypse when the apocalypse finishes, and we exit to a new society, fucking toilet paper is gonna be our currency.
Instead of caps,
So-
SMH.
I mean, I
police
know that
departments-
India worships toilets, but what the fuck?
Like, look, all the fucking workers who know how to make toilet paper will have died, so it will make toilet paper a unique item. Therefore, an actual currency.
I can't find it, but there was an image of a guy who shot the display at a drive-through, and he said they called the cops, but they're not coming. We live in the post-coronavirus world now.
Oh, Jesus.
What this is really saying is, please, we don't have the manpower and such to go deal with your fucking petty crimes. Just relax.
The Struthers Police Department in Ohio and Powell County Sheriff's Office in Kentucky posted their requests on March 12th, with both saying that they will update criminals when we deem it appropriate to proceed with your bad selves.
With yo bad selves.
Yo, bad self.
Goddamn.
Great.
A police department in Denver and Portland also announced last week that they would be reducing in-person responses due to the outbreak to limit community spread, adding they would still respond to emergencies according to local reports. So it's basically saying it's basically saying we're going to send out less police. Please try not to do crimes.
Yep, it's essentially them saying we don't want to have to deal with fucking misdemeanors and shit unless it's like an actual emergency. Please do not get more people sick. Which I
Unless
can
you just got,
understand, but
unless,
I don't know if I can respect it from this angle.
Unless you got stabbed, don't call 911.
Damn.
So
I just
instead
love
of
like
the
the
Twitter
sass of it
moniker,
all. Just relax, guys. Don't do any crimes. We'll let you know when you can start again.
We've made the
that means
decision
Twitter can't
to
say be gay, do crimes anymore.
Oh no.
They have to say be gay, stay home.
We've made the decision to cancel all crime.
Yes, sir. It is what it is.
What is this world coming to?
World is crashing and burning it right now. God damn, Morty, keep your coronavirus ass away from me.
I've given him the mold.
Can you contact HR and let him know that Morty's coughing on us?
No, let him cough. I've given him the mold.
Oh no, not the mold.
I spread it to him, fucking Resident Evil 7 style. Fuck him.
Watch out,
No,
viewers, don't get the mold. The mold.
I actually have a plate of fucking moldy food behind me.
Why?
So you're not wrong.
Why?
It's the black
Why would
mold.
you
It's
do
coming
that?
for you.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Look, it was a plate of eggplant. I never
Spicy
fucking wanted
pepperoni?
to eat eggplant. Fuck off.
Spicy pepperoni though?
There was no... I ate
Alright.
all the spicy pepperoni.
I think that's all.
I think
got
we've said
for
enough.
today.
Keep safe, boys and gals.
Hold on. Let me fucking post this. Let me fucking take a picture.
So, to summarize, people, don't be retarded.
Yeah.
Stop doing crimes and don't cough on people.
And don't switch your diet. I know we covered that one last time, but yeah.
Don't be a vegan. Even if the pandemic stops, just don't be a vegan. It's better.
If all they have at the store is vegan food, you burn that fucking store to the ground. You tell them you're not gonna put up with this fucking bullshit.
Go out and go catch a fucking cow if you have to.
Alrighty, and thanks for watching. Have a terrible day.